Oh, here, can I get an amen? Amen. And welcome back to the Beer Garden on a blustery winter storm day here in the Beer Garden. And actually, if you've been watching some of my other videos, there was a couple other ones. We decided it's such a beautiful day here in the snow. Let's do a couple of brew reviews. So I'm willing or likely to say just about anything at this point, if you know what I mean. Hey, if you're here because you like beer, and let's be honest, why else would you be unless you like seeing people sitting in snow, tap that subscribe button down below and please share as much as you can, all the way to 2,000 subscribers, our next goal. And up this round, a lot of you who live in North Carolina and the surrounding areas said, hey, I want you to try some Highland Brewing Oatmeal Porter. That's what we're up with in this round. And when you look at the weather, I mean, this is perfect porter weather. That dark hardiness, richness of a beer. And Highland Brewing, I'm familiar with them. Been to Asheville, North Carolina a couple of times. Love it, especially in the fall time with the leaves changing. It's beautiful. Biltmore House. And a little fun fact that Asheville, North Carolina has the second most Art Deco buildings in the United States, next to Miami Beach, Florida. Bet you wouldn't have thought you'd get that from a beer snob. I'm a fan of the darker beers. I love a good porter, oatmeal porter. And what I like about the Highland Brewing is they keep it really simple. Their label's simple. You've got some of the mountains that you see here, very subtle in the background. They describe it simply: dark, roasty, smooth. There you go. 5.9% alcohol, perfect for this type of weather. And I was looking for some sort of a story on the back of it. No story. Nice, simple, smooth with hints of chocolate and freshly roasted coffee. How could you go wrong with that? All right, coming up at the end of this brew review, I'm going to rate Highland Brewing Oatmeal Porter out of 5 stars, 5 being a very good brew. I'm not putting this in the cheap category, but it's not terribly expensive either. It's $8.99 a 6-pack, which is, it's acceptable. And I've had some of Highland's other brews as well, and I like them. And since this was a viewer request, absolutely no problem at all, but we are going to rate that out of 5 stars. All right, let's pop the top, see what we got. On a proper pop-off top, not a twist-off, which is a sign of a cheap brew. All right. Never touching the bottle to the glass. That is beer etiquette I was taught a long time ago. I don't remember what the purpose is in it, whether it's just superstitious or what, but you never want to touch the bottle to the glass. Very nice. Look at that rich darkness. It's almost, you can't, that could have been in a clear bottle. It's that dark. Not quite as stout, of course, in color. Of course, a porter is almost like a stout on-ramp, a beginner's stout, almost, if you will. A nice frothy head in the middle there, already getting some lacing. It's so cold out here, it's got my nose hairs on end. It's kind of hard to pull out any of the nuances of it. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit of the chocolate, a little bit of that roasted coffee, maybe a slight bit of licorice, but not much. Very, very small amount of licorice. So, all right, time for the liquid to hit the lips in the sold out of Beer Snob's Cheap Brew Review pint glass. And I don't want to drink alone, so grab yourself a beer. Let's go. Cheers. 5.9. Wow, look at that lacing. What do I say about lacing in a beer? I'm from that school of lacing shows signs of good quality. That is a flavorful beer. Oatmeal Porter. It definitely is a proper porter. You get, you get that little bit of a burnt taste to it, similar to like a Starbucks coffee. It's not overly done. It's not terribly malty either. There's a little bit of sweetness I'm getting there on the back end. Hops are fairly, I didn't do any research on this, I gotta be honest. I have no idea what the IBUs are in this, or the international bittering units. It's fairly hoppy, But you know me, I don't like hoppy beers, and so I don't mind it. It's not too much for me. It does balance it nice with a roasty, the burntness to it. Yet it is very earthy and very peaty. Reminds me a lot of some of the Scottish beers or a proper Irish beer. It has that amount of earthy dirt kind of taste to it, but in a good way. And then, of course, that whole Scots influence would come in with the Highland Brewing Company. Oh, here, can I get an amen? Amen. Who would be drinking Asheville's original craft beer, Oatmeal Porter from Highland Brewing Company? I don't know, a guy sitting here in a snowstorm with a cowboy hat. Anyone looking for a winter warmer, or I can imagine you sitting in a ski lodge and cracking open a few of these Highland Brewing Oatmeal Porters, perhaps sitting in a hot tub on the deck of a ski lodge. Definitely not a warm weather beer. Now, reserve this for exactly what I'm sitting in. All right, well, this one's going to be pretty quick because this cold weather is absolutely killing my battery on my camera. So out of 5 stars, where would I rank Asheville's original craft beer, Highland Brewing Company's Oatmeal Porter, out of 5 stars, 5 being a very good brew? It is up there. It is quality in taste. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm not going to go a full frontal 5. I am going to rack you up there in the 4s. Let me go. I'm picturing in my mind, I see a 4. I see a point. 8, 4, 484. There you go. Hey, thanks for watching. Tap subscribe if you haven't done so already. Check out more of my 100+ brew reviews, and also comments and suggestions of other brews you would like me to review. And be sure to join our group on Facebook, A Beer Snob's Cheap Brew Review. We're also on Instagram. We're a little slow on the Instagram thing, but we're adding more videos all the time, so join us there as well. Hey, it's a beautiful day here in the frozen tundra of the beer garden, so don't just sit there. Grab yourself a beer and you drink that beer. Cheers.